At any minute, things can pop off in Russia and Ukraine. Guess what? For years, we've been hearing China's been stockpiling gold. Guess what's happening to gold right now? It's all-time high. For months, we've been hearing that China is stockpiling food. Guess what? We're having food shortages all around the world, and we're about to go into World War III that it looks like happening. Okay, and the thing that people don't realize is that Russia is a big exporter. They basically fuel 30 to 40% of Europe's heating supplies, and their fueling system. And so when we say we're going to sanction Russia, well, they're going to sanction the Europe without giving them fuel, or if they do, it's going to be extremely high prices, which means that, notice just in France, the yellow vest jackets were going crazy because there was a 1 to 3% increase in their taxes. Imagine when their fuel cost goes up double or triple, okay? At the same time, Russia and Ukraine, mostly, they give a lot of grains to the European. And, so there's going to be shortages in that. And what we don't realize is that when so many things are made out of petroleum, your shoes, your boxes, how things get delivered from the ocean to the rail trail to your retail store. So price shocks is going to be coming around like you've never seen before. There's going to be shortages. There's going to be food lines that you've never seen before. Now, some of us, like myself, I'm experienced with that because I was a war baby, and my parents stood in line to get their food. But in America, no one has experienced that besides maybe our great parents in the Great Recession. But most of us, we don't know what that means. Okay. But, in America, we're not hearing big government telling us, like Chinese government telling their people to stock up on their food. Okay. And so they want us to be ostriches, put our head in the ground, go shop something on Amazon, consume, go work, get into debt, etc. But things are looking pretty ugly, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking pretty ugly. Even if, we don't get World War III, when things pop off with Russia and Ukraine and NATO, there's going to be massive economic pain coming through. Like, for example, tomorrow, I believe that the stock market is going to be hurting. You know what I mean? It's like you're going to have massive sell-off. Just in Russia today, you had 17% crash, almost 20% crash in one sitting, in one day. That's massive loss, ladies and gentlemen. Just like cryptos, that's like crypto numbers, Bitcoin numbers happening in the stock market. And I think that tomorrow when we open up, we're going to see massive hits in our stock market as well. And in cryptos as well. And there's a reason why gold's going up the way it is, okay? There's a reason why China told their people to stock up food. There's a reason why China was stocking up gold, okay? There's a reason why, the TV doesn't want us to know what's going on. They rather watch the football or watch this or watch that or watch the stars versus what's really going on in the world, okay? I mean, we're having high inflation. We had the biggest real estate crash that no one really talked about besides me, that we had 7 point something million people in foreclosure. That's almost 15% of all mortgages went in foreclosure by the bug 19. And so, we're in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We have chip shortages. Cars are being, instead of them depreciating, they're going up in price. Instead of cars selling for MSRP, now dealers are charging above MSRP. So it's that wild west. There's no inventory. Businesses are just barely crawling to make a profit, and some businesses are making a lot of profits, but some other industries are closing down left and right. Small businesses are definitely getting hurt. Commercial real estate like retail is getting killed. Other sections of rentals, apartment complexes are doing much better. But either way, we're definitely in a depression/recession, but no one's telling you about, in my opinion, that we're already in a recession. We've already saw massive price cuts from PayPal to Square to so many different companies, 40 to 60, 70%. Okay. The index is down day after day, and tomorrow I believe is going to be bleeding. But either way, if this thing doesn't turn to a World War III, there's going to be massive economic pain coming for Americans from people in Europe, Germany. I mean, they're going to have high fuel costs. We're going to have high fuel costs. Back in 2019, I told you guys that gas is going to be $9 per gallon. People now said I was crazy. Back in 2016, I said gold was the play when it was only $1,100. People laughed at me and spit at me. Guess what? Both of these predictions are coming true. Some of them have already came true, like the gold. And, you know, that's what happens when you play checkers versus chess. Okay, I play chess. I'm looking 20, 25 moves, 30 moves ahead, where the average person, you know, just looking just maybe 1 or 2 moves ahead. The average people on TV may be looking a few moves ahead. And, you know, because of all the experiences I have being a refugee to America, being a war baby, it just allows me to see things that other people haven't seen because of the hardships I've gone through. You know, I don't have a crystal ball, but just, you know, just looks pretty common sense to me. Like I've already told you guys that I believe we're going to have 18% interest rate, or we're going to have civil unrest in America. I told you guys before that we're going to have civil unrest, and we had that with the last presidents. Okay, so if you go back to my YouTube channel, a lot of the things I've said, you know, have came true. Now, have I been early? Yes. You know, for example, in 2016, I said in the next few years we're going to have a real estate crash. Well, I didn't know they were going to bail out all these companies. I didn't know that they were going to print out all these monies and give it to people. I didn't know they're going to stop the foreclosures court system. So in reality, the stuff has happened, but it's happened behind the scenes and with intervention. So anyways, guys, things don't look pretty. Things look like they're going to pop off. Crypto's going to, you know, have a massacre, in my opinion. Stock market is going to have a massacre. The real estate market is going to have a massacre. All these gurus are telling you to get into debt and just, you know, flip houses in this time, and, you know, just leverage out and use private money in this. And these guys are going to be hurting in this crash, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going to be hurting in this crash because some of these gurus are, you know, are buying homes, you know, with $25 cash flow, subject to, with no equity, an up market. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think what's going to happen when the market goes down? Right off the bat, they're going to be upside down like crazy wazy. But some of these gurus are not even using their own money. They're using their viewers' money to have them invest into their properties, where they're making all the money, the guru, but the bag holders are the actual viewers and the private lenders, because, you know, they're taking all the risk for a measly 8% or 10%. Anyways, guys, always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Peace.
Real quick, download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy, where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on, for just $97 a month. Join me now at mrnofluff.com. Lastly, the best 6-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com. Now let's get back to the content.